I have some serious news right now, and it's really unfortunate. The Trump administration has ordered the incineration of nearly 500 metric tons of emergency food, high energy biscuits meant for malnourished children in Afghanistan and Pakistan, rather than distributing it abroad, despite repeated warnings from federal workers that the rations, worth $800,000 and stored in Dubai, would soon expire. The Trump administration would rather burn food for malnourished children than give it to the children overseas. Meanwhile, in Florida, we're now learning that Florida Highway Patrol officers told an officer that they were stopping anyone who, quote, appeared to be Hispanic. And on Capitol Hill, Mike Johnson just broke with Donald Trump, demanding the release of the Epstein files, saying, quote, we should put everything out there and let the people decide. Today was a busy day, and I want you to have all the news right now. Please consider subscribing to my Substack to support my work. It can only happen because of you guys and your support. So subscribe today or send a one-time donation via Venmo to Aaron-Parnas. Let's start on Epstein. So Mike Johnson broke with Donald Trump, calling for the DOJ to release the Epstein files. This is a rare disagreement, highlighting a growing friction between Donald Trump and MAGA. And Johnson went so far as criticizing Attorney General Pam Bondi, urging her to explain her earlier claim that Epstein's client list was, quote, sitting on my desk. Trump defended Bondi, but hinted that more documents could still be released. Quote, whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Democrats at this hour are demanding hearings with Bondi, her deputy Kash Patel, and FBI leaders after House Republicans blocked an amendment today requiring the Epstein files to be made public. Bondi refused to discuss Epstein publicly, deflecting questions at a press conference today, focusing on fentanyl and national security, saying, quote, today our memo speaks for itself. Republican Congressman Thomas Massie filed a discharge petition to force a House vote on releasing the complete Epstein files, bypassing Republican leadership and challenging the Trump administration's decision to withhold them. Moreover, let's talk about immigration. According to Wired, before I get to immigration, according to Wired, new metadata from the FBI's so-called raw surveillance footage of Jeffrey Epstein prison cells shows that nearly 3 minutes were cut from one of two stitched together video clips released by the Department of Justice. The footage was edited in Adobe Premiere and saved multiple times, contradict official claims, and has sparked significant backlash at this hour. Now let's talk about immigration. Nearly 2 weeks after Florida's Alligator Alcatraz Migrant Detention Center opened in the Everglades, attorneys report being repeatedly denied access to clients, facing unreturned calls and emails, confusion over legal jurisdiction, and missing detainee records in ICE databases, despite state claims of legal access. Lawyers say that the facility is akin to a black hole where migrants vanish from public systems, hearings are delayed or misdirected, and no clear process exists for visitation or legal filings. One attorney went so far as saying a Florida Highway Patrol officer told her that they refer anyone who appears Hispanic to Border Patrol, a blatant admission of racial profiling made directly to a lawyer over the phone. The Trump administration has significantly limited the ability of individuals facing deportation to be released from ICE detention, with ICE now stating that the new guidance, quote, closes a loophole to our nation's security based on inaccurate interpretation of the statute. Meanwhile, the administration has detained an Irish tourist in a federal prison that is leasing beds to ICE, where he reported being, quote, treated less than human, including having staff throwing his medication on the ground instead of handing it to him. And ProPublica is now reporting that the IRS is developing a system to give ICE automated on-demand access to taxpayer data, including home addresses of people targeted for deportation, raising serious privacy concerns. The project led to the forced resignation of IRS Acting General Counsel Andrew DeMello after he refused to hand over 7.3 million addresses, citing legal deficiencies. And ICE and IRS staff warned the system could result in wrongful raids due to outdated or inaccurate information. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has ordered the withdrawal of 2,000 National Guardsmen from Los Angeles, originally deployed after immigration raids sparked violent protests. Half the troops and 700 deployed Marines will remain to assist in detaining threats to federal personnel or property. As soon as this evening, Senate Republicans may pass a $9 billion rescission package pushed by Donald Trump, slashing previously approved funds for foreign aid and public broadcasting, including $1.1 billion for NPR and PBS and $8 billion for international assistance programs. That's all the news right now. Please consider supporting my work by clicking the button below or sending a one-time donation via Venmo to Aaron-Parnas, and I will see you in the morning with another news rundown, so take care.